Yeah, just a little bit background about myself. I've been working in the concrete and construction industry for now probably over 20 years. I started my work from the scratch by working mostly as a concreting laborer, steel fixer, and then in our family-owned company. So, and then like at the age of 21, I got my bachelor's degree focused on concrete technology, and then I got my master's degree focusing on durability of concrete in exposure to groundwater. And same time, because I got some grants from some government agencies, and then because of publishing some research papers and books focused on concrete durability and waterproofing, I got a full PhD scholarship offer from Western Sydney University, and once again my research was also focused on durability of concrete and development of concrete waterproofing admixtures. So during many years of research by a well-known team of globally distinguished professors, we were lucky that we developed a highly cost-effective and reliable concrete waterproofing admixtures, which is it's a complete concrete enhancement system, we call it. And then we established ChemConcrete. Probably some of you have heard the name before. So at ChemConcrete, all our focus has always been on developing, manufacturing, and supplying, mostly wholesale supply of our ChemConcrete hybrid admixture mostly to our partners and distributors in other countries. So ChemConcrete hybrid admixture is a complete concrete enhancement system, which means that it significantly improves waterproofing, durability, and it's also strength enhancing admixture as well. So as I mentioned before, I'm the director of ChemConcrete, and my PhD at Western Sydney University has been focused on further advancement of concrete waterproofing admixtures. So initially we established ChemConcrete in Australia, and then soon after that we received huge interest from all around the world, and with different local investors and local partners, we established the company. Over the past 12 months, we have established manufacturing facilities, and in other countries as well, like in the USA, in Canada, in New Zealand, UK, India, Caribbean, South America. And then for more information about these companies, we can just check out their website. And right now we are working with other top partners and to establish the company in Africa, Malaysia, Saudi Arabia, Turkey, and in a few other countries. And in some other countries, we also have distributors. Next slide, please. So we have a very good team in our ChemConcrete. You can see some of our team members, just some of our team members in Australia. So in general, at ChemConcrete, as an Australian-owned company, we have it's a rapidly growing company comprising a team of 6 globally distinguished full professors, 14 PhD holders right now, and 12 engineers and some concrete technicians, which are mostly specialized in the area of concrete technology, concrete durability, concrete waterproofing, and with different backgrounds from like materials engineering, civil engineering, chemical engineering. So you can see some of our team members: Professor Tao, our leader, and leading mostly our R&D activities. Professor Adam, some of other team members you can see. So the good thing about all the team members at our company is the fact that same time they all have the extensive industry experience in the in concrete industry, and at the same time they have very good experience in research sector and in research studies and all these things. So they know what's going on in the industry, in batching plants, in design sector, different stages of construction, and then they are highly specialized in product development as well. So just next slide, please. So, when it comes to concrete industry, two of the probably the most important or the major challenges in the concrete industry. So the first one could be carbon dioxide emissions. So as you know, cement and concrete industries is responsible for almost 8 to 9% of the global CO2 emissions. And it's been for decades that everyone in the construction and so research sector have been looking for ways to reduce the carbon dioxide. And the next next one please. Yeah, the next major issue in when it comes to concrete industry is the issue with concrete durability. So as you can see, in all these aggressive conditions, for example, in exposure to seawater, salt, ASR, sulfate attack, freezing, thawing, reinforcement, corrosion, in all these conditions, the ingress of water and the corrosive chemicals inside water is the main reason responsible for all the major physical and chemical degradations of concrete structures and pavements. So, research has proved that by stopping water and the waterborne contaminants from penetrating into the concrete, we can significantly increase the durability and lifespan of concrete. So water is the enemy of our concrete and construction sites. So over the past probably almost 8 years, our team at ChemConcrete, we've done extensive literature review studies, as well as significant experimental works on different on concrete, on development of concrete waterproofing admixtures. So far we have almost reviewed probably over 5,000 admixtures, books, reports, almost all the existing literature on concrete waterproofing admixtures and durability. And at the same time, we have also published some of the most comprehensive sources in the area of concrete waterproofing and durability. So for example, you can see the first article here, Integral Waterproof Concrete, a comprehensive review. We published probably around 2 years ago. It's currently the most, to the best of our knowledge, it's the most comprehensive source on concrete waterproofing for all our engineers, R&D experts, university researchers who are somehow involved with the development of waterproof durable concrete. So you can see some other articles, for example, on different types of waterproofing admixtures. Next one is, for example, on hydrophobic admixtures, and then so the next article on like self-healing or crystalline admixtures. The other one on like coatings, primers for reinforcement, corrosion, and also different, like supplementary cementitious materials or other additives. They are all published in top, SJRQ1 journals. And then, and then same time, we have published, articles on different types of concretes. For example, the recently published article here, it's been focused on durability of one-part geopolymer concrete in comparison to ordinary Portland cement-based concrete, as well as two-part geopolymer concrete. The other one on different types of coatings, primers, and additives. And right now we have 4 or 5 PhD students whose research studies have been focused on further advancement of hybrid concrete waterproofing admixtures technology at Western Sydney University. So you can see the research topics that we've been working, and then you can also see that the patent that we have with the Australian government, the IP. So next one please. So probably if I want to summarize the main findings of our, say, nearly 8 years of research studies on the specifically focused on concrete waterproofing and durability, I can mention that our well-known team of right now, we have a team of over 20 globally distinguished scientists and PhD holders and engineers specializing in this field. If I want to just summarize the main findings of our all research studies up until now, we have everyday testing and by our team, R&D team in our private laboratory, ChemConcrete laboratory, as well as we have partnership collaboration through Australian Research Council with Western Sydney University, with University of Technology Sydney, with University of New South Wales, the best universities in Australia. So if I want to summarize the major finding of our research studies in just probably 2 small sentences, the first one is that we proved that there is a need for developing a more reliable concrete waterproofing or durability enhancing admixture. So the first one was to prove that there is a need for a more reliable concrete waterproofing admixtures. And then once we proved that, we worked for several years to develop ChemConcrete Hybrid Admixture. So next one, please. The next step, we worked for several years and then we developed ChemConcrete Hybrid Admixture. Initially, we were aiming to develop a concrete waterproofing admixture with the efficacy of, hoping that we can reduce the water absorption and permeability of concrete by up to like 90%. But at some point, during the development of the admixture and all these things, so we came with a product that's indeed not just a waterproofing admixture, it's indeed a complete concrete enhancement system while at the same time being waterproofing, strength enhancing, and durability enhancing. So it significantly improves the waterproofing, durability, strength, and the overall quality, as well as like fresh properties of concrete, finishability, pumpability, almost everything. And then it's in a white liquid form, almost somehow similar to milk. We normally supply most in 1000 liter IBC tanks. We have quite limited supplies in like 15 liter pairs as well. So, but the focus has always been on supplying, wholesale. And then, so the next slide, please. Well, regarding, if I want to just provide some information about what's the difference between this technology and the existing technologies on the market. So before introduction of our ChemConcrete hybrid waterproofing admixture, these waterproofing admixtures were broadly classified into 4 main groups. The first group, hydrophobic admixtures, which they work, they work only under static water pressure, not hydrostatic water pressure. And then these hydrophobic admixtures, typically they only slow down the rate of absorption. They don't, reduce the ultimate water absorption, which means that the longer the treated concrete with hydrophobic admixture is exposed to water, the higher amount of water it absorbs. So the next group is pore blocking admixtures. The next one, self-healing admixtures. Crystalline admixtures are also, classified in the self-healing admixtures, and then densifying admixtures. So what was, while doing all the testing, literature review, studying all the publications that have been done so far on these types of admixtures, we noticed that in case of like hydrophobic admixtures, in the best case, they could reduce the water absorption by up to like 18%, 20%. In case of pore blocking admixtures, up to like 15% probably. Self-healing or crystalline admixtures, their mechanism is somehow different. They absorb water and then they start, keep water to start develop crystals to fill out concrete micropores and thereby resisting absorption. So again, like up to 10%, 12%, and then the densifying admixtures like nanochemicals, as well as sometimes supplementary cementitious materials are also classified into this group. Their efficacy in terms of developing a true waterproof and durable concrete is extremely limited, and that's why most researchers and engineers do not classify them as waterproofing admixture, because based on the definitions of waterproof concrete. So then what we did was that we can see we added a new category of concrete waterproofing admixtures, fundamentally different from all the existing admixtures on the market, so which is called hybrid admixture. And the reason why it's called hybrid admixture is because it's somehow a combination of all the existing admixtures on the market. At the same time, for example, ChemConcrete hybrid admixtures, which is known as the first hybrid concrete waterproofing admixture, is made of several proprietary chemicals such as hydrophobic or water repellent agents, pore blocking chemicals, self-healing agents, not crystalline but self-healing agents, because there's different types of self-healing agents, nano-size densifying admixtures, and some proprietary chemicals, which means that we have used quite a wide range of different types of mechanisms to severely disrupt the capillary system and then reduce the water absorption and permeability. So that's why independent testing as well as our in-house testing has shown that this admixture, depending on the dosage used, can reduce the water absorption and permeability by 70 to like 95%, which is huge difference compared to like 10% or 5%. Next slide, please. Well, yeah, and then the focus has always been on wholesale supply of this admixture to our partners, because as the sole IP holder and manufacturer of this product, it's been more reasonable for us to always focus on the probably wholesale supply rather than retail. So we supply in 1,000 liter IBC tanks. Probably 98% of our supplies are just in 1,000 liter IBC tanks, and then we have quite limited supplies in 15-20 liter pairs as well as 2 liter pairs. 2 liter pairs normally supplying sending samples to different companies to do the testing. So next one, please. Well, this slide is probably the most important slide in terms of technical information. Well, so far during the first year, once we introduced the product to the market, during the first 12 months, our focus was heavily on supplying free samples to different companies, universities from all around the world, to get an in-depth, comprehensive, independent testing. So, and then it was important to us to know that works with quite a wide range of local materials, different types of cements, and all these things. And on the other hand, for successful commercialization, it was really important to have the product tested by comprehensively tested by different companies. So that's why we probably supplied around 4,000 concrete samples to different companies, laboratories, and universities all around the world. So far we have received maybe around 190, 200 independent test reports from these companies from different countries. And then the good thing is that all these independent test reports have almost reported same results or achieved same results as what we have reported in our technical documents. So for example, the first one, the product also successfully passed all the requirements of ASTM C494, tested by SGS Tech Services in the USA, an well-known ASTM accredited lab, as well as Bora in Australia, and we received AS1478. So it has 2 compliance certificates from Australia and the USA. So, and then, yeah, as mentioned before, to the best of our knowledge, probably right now our product, despite being probably relatively new to the market, let's say almost 2 years, but right now it's the most, to the best of our knowledge, it is the most independently tested and proven admixtures on the market. Well, and then so we have just summarized the main findings of the independent testing reports. We have the independent test reports uploaded into our website as well. So, and the next one is that the product meets the requirements of all the existing standards for waterproof and durable concrete, and then it improves well, it reduces water absorption and permeability by 70 to 95% depending on the dosage used. And then this is why the other similar products can rarely reduce it behind 10%. And then it improves the ultimate strength of concrete by 45%. sometimes 50%, and early age strengths of concrete by up to 70%, again depending on the dosage used. So other similar products typically they don't have impact on like strength properties of concrete, but we know hydrophobic admixtures and some other admixtures have slightly negative impact on strength properties of concrete. So well, yeah, the test results, durability monitoring, long-term durability monitoring, as well as life cycle assessment on these test results have also shown that the product can double or triple the service life of concrete, again depending on whether the minimum dosage is used or the highest recommended dosage is used. So other similar products have been proven to extend the service life by usually around 10 to normally and usually around 10 to 15%. And then another significant advantage is that our product can reduce, because of significantly increasing the strength properties, it allows reducing the amount of cement by up to like 32% without compromising the strength. But typically other products, they don't provide such an opportunity to reduce the amount of cement by up to 32%. And in most cases, this 32% cement saving, the cost saving from cement is higher than the price of the product itself. So, and the other thing is that the product substantially reduces the associated carbon footprint of concrete by over 80% through different benefits, like the first one, through reducing the need for cement, eliminating the need for admixtures containing those nasty VOC or xylene or other harmful chemicals, and most importantly, doubling or tripling the service life of concrete over a given service life. So because doubling or tripling the service life simply means that fewer need for regular maintenance, repair, reconstruction, and same time eliminating the need for those membranes which are typically not environmentally friendly. So it provides excellent self-healing of microcracks up to 0.5 millimeter, which based on our experience, this is the highest self-healing that an admixture can provide. And then reduces drying shrinkage by up to 40%. So other similar products, typically they don't have any positive impact on reducing drying shrinkage. Well, the next one is eliminating almost all early age cracks, shrinkage, thermal cracks, and these things. So again, typically other similar products have almost no impact on these properties. And the other one, which is really important, is the product significantly improves, the cohesion, workability, finishability, and pumpability. All the fresh properties of concrete, which makes it, interesting for those finishers and those who are using it. So, and at the same time, it significantly enhances resistance against cracking, spalling, corrosion, delamination, rebar corrosion, and against chemicals like in exposure to acid, sulfate, chloride, freezing, thawing, efflorescence. In all these conditions, based on the test results, it shows that there is at least 3 times longer or higher strength or lower mass loss in those durability tests. So, and again, the other thing that's really interesting is the fact that because during the research process, we tried our best to somehow at the research and development sector to focus heavily on those ways by which we can physically deliver a true waterproof and durable concrete. That's why the chemical formulation is very somehow what we can call it safe. It's solid chemical formulation which cannot be easily does not easily react with the other additional chemicals or materials that are going to be used inside concrete. That's why we mentioned that it's compatible so far with over 200 test results that we have received from like different types of cements, from different manufacturers, different aggregates, other admixtures. We have lots of other admixtures and have been used together with our admixture. So yeah, the test results show that it's compatible with almost all types of cements, admixtures, fly ash, slag, silica fume, and all kinds of concrete, including geopolymer concrete. And the other thing is that there is unlike many other admixtures, there is no any minimum cement requirement or minimum water to cement ratio or those things when using our product. So, and then it's suitable for both cold and warm regions, and does not affect the concrete treated with this product. So it doesn't affect the adhesion of coatings, membranes, or other materials that are normally used as like surface protection or anything like that. And what makes it really interesting is that the cost savings on cement per cubic meter of concrete, which like 32% less cement, sometimes exceed the price of the product itself. But similar products, especially in Australia, like costing say $90 up to $150, $160 per cubic meter of concrete, which is huge. But this product, especially for the ready-mix suppliers, it's almost gonna be for free. But there is lots of other additional benefits: waterproofing, extended service life, carbon footprint reduction. So yeah, lots of other benefits at almost zero cost. So yeah, it's been successfully used in numerous projects worldwide so far, and then, as mentioned before, it's very cost effective and everyone can afford it. Next one, please. Well, over the past probably 12 months, 1 to 2 years, we have received ChemConcrete has received huge attention from all around the world, leading to establishment of manufacturing facilities right now in several countries, so mostly developed countries like the USA, Canada, South America, Australia, New Zealand, so many other countries. So the reasons why I think this product received huge attention and is consistently receiving huge attention, I've summarized some of them here. So in short, we can mention that in terms of reliability and cost effectiveness, it's way beyond comparison compared to the others. Well, so the first one could be because of the quality. Well, in terms of delivering a true waterproof and durable concrete, we claim that our product to be at least 60% more effective than any other similar product in terms of reducing water absorption rate, permeability of concrete, water penetration depths, as well as enhancing durability in exposure to those corrosive chemicals, acid, sulfate, chloride, freezing, thawing, efflorescence. There's lots of chemicals, as well as reinforcement corrosion. So it's compliant. It's fully compliant with ASTM C494 and AS1478, which means design engineers can easily specify it and rely on these standards. We are right now in the process of receiving more compliance certificates. So typically this is like ASTM C494 base, is accepted in several other countries. And then the other thing is that while providing the best quality, it's the most cost-effective product to the best of our knowledge, which means that again everyone can afford it. So it's environmentally friendly, which means that the product itself, as well as all the ingredients used in the manufacturing of the product, they are classified as non-toxic, environmentally friendly, with no or very low risk to human environment, which is especially very important these days, because there is as there is a huge global shift towards using environmentally friendly concrete admixtures, reducing the carbon footprint and all these things. So it's really important for a product to be environmentally friendly, not having those nasty elements like VOCs, all those things. And then under some conditions, we can provide performance-based warranties, sometimes up to the, depending on some conditions, up to the design life of the projects, especially most of the times, like in case of having, on-site supervision, a certified applicator from our team, is adding the admixture in batch balance to the concrete. And here, in that case, as far as we know, probably in Australia, we are the only supplier who can provide such long-term performance-based warranties, doing either full refund or accepting all the repairs. And then we have excellent technical support. So as I mentioned before, probably 98% of our supplies is wholesale to our partners and distributors, exported to different countries, but we still have limited supplies, mostly to ready-mix suppliers and this. So, and then in terms of technical support, we have very good team. What we are doing is that every day we are running free technical webinars to our partners, to our distributors, potential customers, and then free technical webinars specialized on concrete waterproofing and durability, mostly from our managed by our team in Sydney, to educate, provide education they need, provide all the information they need about the product, different features of the product and how to use it. We also, to our partners, probably this one is most important, related to our partnering companies where we have established manufacturing and the same company. In terms of R&D support, for example, last year we received a substantial grant from Australian Research Council, and we received grants also in a partnership with Western Sydney University, University of New South Wales, and other private companies, so allowing us to continue our research studies for at least probably say for the next for several years, probably up to 2035. And then in terms of the other thing which is really important is the marketing support that we provide to our partners and distributors. Right now, our ChemConcrete team, including all the team members, we have the largest network among concrete and construction professionals on LinkedIn. The team members, as well as my partner, which is an influencer, Dr. Merter. So we provide the marketing support as well, mainly through digital marketing, social media marketing, LinkedIn marketing, because right now we have the largest network among concrete and construction professionals with over probably 1.1 million followers, mostly from the decision makers in the concrete and construction industry, which means that we already have the opportunity to raise awareness about the benefits of this new technology and this product, and that's also important in somehow helping and somehow generating leads to our partners and to our partnering companies, to our distributors, and so on. So here you can see here for more information, there's lots of independent testing results, technical documents, how we reached those numbers that I mentioned in the previous slides, 80% carbon dioxide emission, reduction in carbon footprint, and all those things. There's some documents uploaded into our website. So mostly the parent company in Australia, ChemConcrete.com.au, there's a section called technical documents. You can access those documents and read more information and the details how we reach those numbers, lots of independent test results and all those things, as well as other information in our other websites. You can also follow us on social media to keep in touch. Thank you.